Quality sleep is essential. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is designed for your ever-evolving sleep needs. Need a bed that's firmer or softer on either side? Helps you sleep at a comfortable temperature? Sleep Number Smart Beds let you individualize your comfort, so you sleep better together. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number number 1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed for a limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
You'll know real when you get it. It'll say eBay Authenticity Guarantee, and you'll feel it. Maybe it's a head-turning handbag, a watch that says it all, jewelry that makes you look like the gems, sneakers and streetwear so fresh every step feels fly.
When it comes to style and luxury, eBay gets it. They're making sure the things that you love are checked by experts. Not just any experts, specialized experts. Real people who love this stuff. With real hands-on authentication experience.
So when you see that shiny blue checkmark that says Authenticity Guarantee, shop with confidence. Every inch, stitch, sole, and logo is verified authentic through a detailed inspection. That's how you know that eBay's got your back.
Because when you finally step into those sneakers, put on that watch, get your real gold glow up, swing that handbag over your shoulder, or step out in that streetwear, you'll realize that feeling is unlike any other.
With eBay Authenticity Guarantee, you can trust that feeling of real is always in reach. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal. Visit ebay.com for terms. Hey everyone, it's Jen. You know Jess and I often talk about how Alo Moves helps us stay fit. But May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I really wanted to point out how amazing the site and app are for mental health as well. It is so easy for me to get stuck in a rut mentally or get stressed out or feel lonely when I'm working from home. I'm guessing you've all been there too. But I found that a much more productive way to deal with those feelings, or even just like a bad day, is to hop on alomoves.com and reset. Alo Moves is the award-winning, on-demand streaming wellness platform, app, and website that has workouts, mindfulness, nutrition, self-care, and more to help boost your mental and physical well-being. I also love that I can take the same class as friends or connect with other members in the community comments. Alo Moves really brings people together. Lately, I have been very into the 5-minute relaxation body scan with Susie Mark Schifflin. Guys, Susie is the most soothing instructor. She incorporates these sound bath sounds into her head-to-toe relaxation exercise. It's so easy to do. Obviously, there are also yoga classes and exercise classes and so many other things you can learn and check out on alomoves.com, but I just had to share that one with you. Find yourself together when you join Alo Moves. Join the community on alomoves.com today and use code FATMASCARA20 for an exclusive 30-day free trial plus 20% off an annual membership. That's alomoves.com, code MASCARA20 for a 30-day free trial plus 20% off an annual membership. Again, that's alomoves.com and the code is MASCARA20. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fat Mascara. Happy Friday. It's not Met Gala week. In the rest of the world, people are like, what's the Met Gala? But I'm kind of obsessed with it. Jess is obsessed with it. Anybody who loves fashion and beauty loves this event. And so I wanted to do an episode a little bit themed around it. And I thought, who better than Shani to hang out with me? So Shani Darden is here. She's a facialist based in Beverly Hills. That's where she opened her studio back in 2019. You may know her name because it's on her own line of skincare. I know I've talked about the cleansing serum on the pod in the past. It's so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. But she's been working with clients like Jessica Alba, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, Shay Mitchell, Kelly Rowland for years. And I knew she was in New York City this past weekend to prep Riley Keough for the Met Gala and some other people you hear about. So I thought we'll have her on the podcast the morning after. We can have a little kiki about the gala, talk about some of the looks, and more importantly, I can quiz her about the things all of us non-celebrities can do when we're prepping for big events like weddings, reunions, etc. Turns out, actually, though, so this is the morning after the first Monday in May, the Met Gala, she's already back in LA. She flew out on the red eye. She must be exhausted, but she was nice enough to hop into the virtual studio. So let's talk with Shani Darden. Okay, Shani Darden, welcome to the Fat Mascara studio. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. I had this crazy idea. We're going to do morning after the Met. Not realizing, oh yeah, Shani's like been awake for 72 hours straight.
I mean, it was wild.
Tell me about your weekend. Like, what have you been up to this past weekend?
So I went when I don't know, I think I went on the 30th and I did the Drew Barrymore show. And then we also had a Sephora event at Soho. I started with the show. Oh, and then I did Good Day LA, Good Day New York. I think that's what it's called. So it was just like a whole whirlwind. And then at the end was the Met.
Okay, what was the best question you got asked on these other shows? So I know for future. Like, what did Drew ask you? Yeah.
I don't know if there was a best question. I mean, Drew Barrymore show is kind of, she's just so fun. So it's just like hanging out with a friend.
Yeah.
Just chatting about all things.
But I imagine you fit in some of your clients here and there for some A-list celebrity facials, no?
Yeah, well, so for the Met, they were mostly my clients that I've been seeing for years. So this was the first time going there and doing their face right before. That was fun.
So you haven't been called on in previous years from your clients to come to New York for prep for Met Gala?
Yeah, people have asked me, but I've just never done it. And a lot of times, there's already estheticians there and they're usually working for another brand. So this was my first time just going for myself.
So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's so funny. I was just reading this newsletter, Puck News, and they were talking about the traveling circus of facialists. It's like, remember fashion shows and it used to be like, oh, makeup artists, but then the makeup brands got involved and it got out of hand.
Yeah.
I feel like the facialists kind of own the Met Gala now. Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I always say it kind of makes me sad, but that they don't get recognized enough. So when people do red carpet, they always tag like the hairstylist and the makeup artist. And it's like, what about the estheticians? Because I always want them to get noticed more.
Because I do think it's become this thing, like you can't go to a big event with a red carpet and photos without having had your skin prepped.
For sure, especially for people that have problems with their skin, 100%, yeah.
Okay, I don't need details, but who are some of the people, you don't have to tell me what their problems of their skin are. I don't need to know if Pedro Pascal has a zit, even though I really want to know if Pedro Pascal has a zit.
He doesn't have a zit. He doesn't have one. He does not.
Did you do his skin for this event?
He didn't do the Met, but he's there filming. So I got to see him. Yeah, I knew he was there and I already see him in LA. So I was like, I'm going to be there. So it worked out perfectly.
He just seems like the coolest.
He's the coolest.
For the Met, you did Lea Michele, right?
And Riley Keough and Irina Shayk. Of course, she's gorgeous. Rita Ora.
How did they schedule that in? If you know you've got to be at the museum at 6 p.m. and you had to have all that hair and makeup done, like when does the facial happen?
I did them the day before. Everyone was the day before. I didn't do anyone the day of.
Now, I'm curious about this. When you see the photos afterwards, obviously you look at your clients. How did they look, first of all?
They looked amazing. Everyone looked so gorgeous.
I want to talk about that, but I have to ask, can you tell if someone hasn't had a facial in a minute, like their makeup sits differently or something 100%.
Like that? So yeah.
You can.
So the makeup usually sits on the surface of their skin. And so that's why it's really important to exfoliate, to remove all the dead skin cells. So then your makeup goes on nicely. It's very important.
Do you coordinate with makeup artists?
I don't really. I mean, I work with a lot of makeup artists if they send me their client and they'll say, my client's breaking out. We do that, but not for an event necessarily.
Has that happened where they're like, okay, I'm going on?
All the time. That's how I have most of my celebrity clients is from makeup artists.
Now, which makeup artists are the people that are regularly like, go to Shani, go to Shani?
Oh God, I don't know. There's been so many of them.
When you see someone who hasn't had a facial beforehand, you said the makeup is just like sitting on, is it patchy? Like what happens? Does it not last as long?
Yeah, it's patchy, dry. You can kind of see it under the mag light that it's just kind of cakey.
What's the mag light?
Oh, that's just my mag light that I look into to look at anyone's skin. So yeah, you can
your
just
magnifying light.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend I'm going to the Met Gala and I'm an A-list celebrity and it is the Sunday before, the Monday night. What are you doing and what are you not doing? Like at that point, it's a day before. Like I can't get a new face. Like
You're not using any new products. You don't want to overdo anything. You wouldn't be doing like micro needling or, I mean, I probably wouldn't be doing any. I don't want to say, I'm sure a lot of people do injectables pretty soon before. I wouldn't, in case there was
no one's doing injectables 24 hours before an event, are
Mm,
they?
Probably maybe someone that has been doing them long enough that they know how their skin would react, but like you never know what's going to happen. There's no way to really
Mhm.
know, so I wouldn't be doing that, but I wouldn't do anything aggressive at all.
Yeah. So at that point, if it's somebody new that you haven't seen for, it's me, by the way. Like, what can you do? Like, are you just like, is it just cream rubbing and a nice wash at that point? Or should I have
No,
started way earlier?
LED light, microcurrent, vibration therapy. There's so many things that you can do. I wouldn't necessarily do a peel on someone that I had never seen the day of or the day before. But remember, like the people that I saw, I knew all of them. I've been doing their skin for so long that I knew that I could do a peel the day of. Most of my clients that come in, like if they're going to the Oscars, most of them I would do a peel the day of, but I know their skin. If I had seen anyone new, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay. I want to talk Met Gala, but first for anybody listening who's like, I'm going to get a facial right before my wedding. Does the same advice apply?
Yeah, you definitely want to test things out before, like coming in a month before and testing it
month,
out.
okay.
Yeah. I just would never do anything aggressive. It's like even with microneedling, you don't know how your skin is going to react. You just don't know. So you don't want to mess with that right before. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of skin reacts, let's talk about, because I have a question for you about one of the attendees.
Okay.
First of all, just in general, what did you think of the theme? Did you hear any buzz about like how people were going to
I
dress
thought
for
it was great. I didn't hear anything. I just saw it when it happened. I didn't know anything, but I thought it was great. And I think everyone kind of really did it this year. Didn't you feel like everyone was so into it more than ever or in a long time?
I do. The one funny comment I saw online was like, okay, well, J-Lo just did J-Lo.
Right. She did it well, though.
It's Jennifer Lopez. She's allowed to just be Jennifer Lopez.
For sure.
I thought her name, Tyla, the singer, who did this sand dress. Did you see that?
Pretty amazing, right?
It was sick.
I
And I'm not
know.
familiar with her music, but I was just like, if you nail it and bring in look to the Met,
Yeah.
you kind of put yourself on the radar a
I'd
little
love
bit.
to see that in person. Like what did that entail?
I did so much digging online too. She even had somebody like did body glue with sand sprinkled on her shoulders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The funny part was she did need to get carried up the steps.
I'm sure. And like taking that off.
Have you ever heard from your clients about the red carpet experience? Like, what is it like for them walking through that whole scrum of photographers?
I've never asked, weirdly. I've never asked, but I'm sure it's like frightening. Like they get up so early, they're in hair and makeup so many hours before. I mean, it's got to be just wild.
Yeah. Do you remember any looks that you liked? I'm just curious now. I just want to gossip about.
I really loved Kendall and Zendaya always. I obviously
That's my question.
Yeah, obviously loved everything, all of the outfits my clients wore, but I mean, Zendaya really turned it up, and I just love that look on Kendall. So chic.
Okay, let's talk about Zendaya. She did an outfit change. So she
Yes.
went from one gown to the other, but not only an outfit change. This is what I wanted to ask you about, a makeup change.
I saw that.
Okay, so normally I would say, okay, if we're doing two looks on set, like when I worked at magazines,
Yeah.
we're going to start with the light look.
Right.
And then we'll build throughout the
They
day.
didn't do that.
Okay, as a skin therapist, how do you go from a maroon and black smoky eye that goes all the way up to your disappeared eyebrows, which might be under some gum and then penciled on, and then have a light eye a half an hour later?
Maybe a micellar water? I that's the only thing I can think of because it's serious. Because I don't know how much time she had, but I don't know.
It looked like no more than an hour because she was like the first on the carpet and then she was back sort of towards the end.
Like she's just the chicest, so I don't know a lot of her whole thing, but I die for her.
Where were you seeing your clients this year in New York?
I was at the Greenwich Hotel.
Tell me about this. Are they used to a lady walk in with a bunch of gizmos and gadgets and a whole table and all that?
I bet you a lot of people do. First of all the hotels kind of do that, but I feel like that hotel for sure. They've definitely done Met before. So I don't think, and they also have a full spa. I didn't do it in their spa. I did it in a suite, which was so nice. But yeah, they're used to it all.
And do you feel comfortable, like when you're not at your studio that's in LA, do you feel like, okay, I have everything I need, or is it just sort of fly by the seat of your pants?
No, I shipped everything out. I felt really comfortable. It's not like, not everything is how I would move around, but I felt really comfortable this time. I've done it before where I've done other events in New York in hotels. So I sort of know what I need, but I shipped everything. Like I had all my things.
Is there like a table? Like what do people like?
The table, actually, Hastings gave us a table and brought it in, which was amazing. Do you know
the
Hastings?
fancy like Swedish mattresses, or it might not be Swedish?
Hastings, yes. Hastings. God,
you had a table that was a bed, basically.
It was a bed, and it was the chicest bed ever, and I want it so badly. And it was the coziest bed in the whole world. And so they brought that in.
What height is the bed, though?
The bed isn't exactly the height. It's actually the same exact height as my bed at my studio. The only difference is this one doesn't go up and down. So I had a seat to go up and down that I brought.
Okay. I was thinking about that because I was like, you're going to be there for a while. Like, how long is a facial with you? A signature Shani facial?
Like an hour and 15 minutes.
You have to be in the right position, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever get sore?
Oh my God. I have so many creams that I rub all on my back all the time. Yeah.
Oh, it's your back, not your wrists or anything. Like hairstylists, they always tell me that their wrists hurt.
No, it's my back. It's my back.
Oh, because you're leaning over, like up in their grill. Okay.
But everyone died in that bed because it's honestly like, I didn't know that I would get excited about a bed. And now I'm like, I need the bed in my house and in the studio.
Were people falling asleep?
Yeah. They were like, what is this bed? What the hell is this bed? I need the bed.
In general, do people fall asleep when they're
Yes.
Really? Like what percentage of people fall asleep when they're getting a facial?
I don't know. It's like a 50-50. You know what I mean? Some people want to gossip and whatever. I usually try to get them to take a little nap at the end because it's kind of like I enjoy just zoning out and doing a facial. That's my favorite. It's like my Xanax.
It's relaxing for you?
Yeah. I prefer not to talk, but I know we have to do a little talking in the beginning and then we go night-night.
Oh, I never thought about that. What about it is relaxing? The like ritual of it?
It's just I zone out. It's just like my calm place.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I like that. I want to talk more about skincare for people who do not go to the Met Gala, but let's just finish up this Met Gala first. I'm so curious, like if you got invited, who would you have first do your hair?
So I have a couple of people I see in LA, and one that I see the most, her name is Kristen Hasselback, and then another person named Eduardo, but she does my hair and makeup, and my dream would be to take her.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be my dream, to have her come with me, just because I don't like a lot of makeup. She's great, and we're like friends at this point.
Well, it's the Met Gala, so you might have to like do a little something more than usual.
Yeah,
but I know you'd be showing off your skin, so that makes sense. What designer would you love to wear?
Oh God, I don't know. I'd have to go maybe Laquan Smith. I wore something. I wore a dress for the 15% pledge that he had designed, not for me.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I mean, I felt very gorgeous. So probably him for sure. I mean, anything fabulous.
And avant-garde-ish. Like, I feel like you could bring
Yeah, you just have to really like go there.
Yeah. I mean, yes. And in fact, on that note, when somebody arrives on the red carpet to me and they just, like, I get that it gets a little costumey. Does that bother you that it feels like getting a little Halloween-y?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought it was great. I mean, I thought everyone really brought it, and that's the whole point.
Because I've been noticing this trend with celebrities when they're doing like a movie. So they're doing a tour for a movie around the world, whatever it is. And sort of like, it didn't start with Barbie, but last summer that was a big thing. You know, Margot Robbie's wearing pink and she's wearing Barbie for the whole tour. Now you're prepping clients like that for these kind of tours, but as just like someone who consumes entertainment, do you like that or do you think it's hokey?
No, I like it. I'm into it.
You're into the whole machine of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to go to the Met Ball or any of that or the Met Gala, but I like all of it happening over there. I think it's fun.
Yeah. I was thinking about Zendaya too, because she just did that tennis movie and like some of her outfits were Tennessee.
Yes. But that's fun for them.
I guess. It's playing dress up.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about people who are like, it's funny. I know none of us are ever going to go to the Met Gala, but the reason why I wanted to do this is because we're getting into that season when I feel like you've got reunions, you've got weddings, you've got big events in your own life.
Yeah.
You've told us we're not going to do a chemical peel or a product we haven't tried or practiced the day before.
Right.
But like, how far in advance of a big event should you even engage a facialist if you're not one who normally gets facials?
I mean, if you've never done it, maybe 3 months before, just to start and see. Probably 3 months before. Because you just never know. People react differently. There's no way to tell anyone like, oh, no, you're not going to react to this. But this gives you time to know what's best for you. You get on a good skincare routine, making sure you're using all the right products for your skin. It's just important to kind of start your routine.
I know you can't, like, you don't do injectables. So we're not giving facelifts. But like, what are the differences that if you've never seen a facialist 3 months before you start going, that you would notice, that someone else would notice? Maybe your high school crush because you're going to your 20th reunion. I don't know.
Just having a lot of people, their skin gets really dull. They're not exfoliating right. So just like brightness, even skin tone, lifting from using microcurrent. There's so many different tools, devices that we use during a facial that can make such a big difference. For sure.
Do you take pictures ever like, okay, first time client, here's what you look like, and then in a couple months to talk to them about it?
I don't do that.
You don't. You just know it's better.
Yeah, they know it too. I mean, you usually can tell, most people are using the wrong products for their skin type. So once you get them on a good routine, they notice immediately, sometimes within a week of using new things.
Is there a standard, like almost everybody's using stuff that's too dry for them or too harsh for them, or is it dependent on the person?
It's dependent on the person. I usually see people using products that are too heavy for their skin. That's what I see.
Too heavy?
Yeah, that's what I see the most.
What does that do?
Causes congestion under the skin, causes blackheads, breakouts. So once you're on the right routine, you're usually good. You can usually see, like I said, within a week. You can tell.
Because I think I have very dry skin. So I like lay on the moisturizers and oils. And you're telling me that might not always be the right thing.
It could not be. You could have dry skin, but you'd have to see. Like if someone's struggling with congestion under their skin, like the white bumps that you can see under the skin, blackheads on their nose, then they're using something most likely that's too heavy for their skin.
Listen, there are so many skincare products on the market claiming to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and you know I will try most of them. But how do you know your products are actually working? Some research to back up the claims. That's why Jess and I are all about Ritual. They created a wrinkle support skin supplement and conducted a clinical study to take the guesswork out of skincare. Ritual's Hyacera is now a part of my skincare routine, and I got in the habit of taking it every day by putting the cute little purple jar right next to my sunscreen. It looks nice on my vanity, and let's be honest, I love that. But once I stuck with the habit, I really noticed a difference in my skin. I am not the only one. In a clinical study, taking Hyacera for 90 days led to a 3.6 time reduction in crow's feet wrinkles as compared to placebo. And it led to a 2.9 increase in skin smoothness. I also like that they're easy to swallow. The capsules sort of taste like vanilla. They're not all weird and fishy like some other supplements. Plus, Ritual is a certified B Corp, something we learned about on a recent episode. And all their supplements, including the daily protein and their Sleep Bio Series melatonin supplement, are vegan, gluten-free, and made traceable. Do what Jess and I did. Start Hyacera to help minimize wrinkles without compromising on science. Hyacera from Ritual is a clinically proven skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/mascara. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/mascara for 25% off. Summer is fast approaching, which means it's shapewear season. Just kidding. It's really wedding season. But I just got an invitation to a wedding in Philadelphia, and guess what I'll be wearing? Honey Love. I'm not sure about the rest of the outfit or the dress, but the shapewear is going to be Honey Love. Here's why. Honey Love has revolutionized compression technology so you no longer have to feel like you're suffocating when you're wearing shapewear. Plus, they have lingerie-inspired design details that you'll want to show off, and all their fabrics are breathable to keep you nice and cool, which is perfect for hot days. Let me tell you a story. I remember being at a wedding, this was a few years ago, pre-Honey Love, and I wore a jumpsuit, and I wasn't sure if the bathroom door locked well, but I had to take off the entire jumpsuit and then roll down the shapewear to pee, and I was like holding onto the back of the door at the same time, completely naked in the bathroom, and it took so long, and I caused this whole backup of the bathroom line, and after that, I was like, never again. Until Honey Love came along. Honey Love's Superpower shorts have a 100% cotton gusset, so you don't have to wear underwear underneath. And there's a convenient opening in the underwear area, so you don't have to take off the whole thing to go to the bathroom. It's so easy. Honey Love products make you look good and feel good, whether it's for a wedding, event, an everyday boost of confidence. Honey Love is the perfect plus one. Treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/mascara. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. That's honeylove.com/mascara. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. honeylove.com/mascara for 20% off. The summer vibes are just getting started, so shape your life with Honey Love. Hey everyone, it's Jen. You know Jess and I often talk about how Aloe Moves helps us stay fit. But May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I really wanted to point out how amazing the site and app are for mental health as well. It is so easy for me to get stuck in a rut mentally or get stressed out or feel lonely when I'm working from home. I'm guessing you've all been there too. But I found that a much more productive way to deal with those feelings, or even just like a bad day, is to hop on aloemoves.com and reset. Aloe Moves is the award-winning, on-demand streaming wellness platform, app, and website that has workouts, mindfulness, nutrition, self-care, and more to help boost your mental and physical well-being. I also love that I can take the same class as friends or connect with other members in the community comments. Aloe Moves really brings people together. Lately, I have been very into the 5-minute relaxation body scan with Susie Mark Schifflin. Guys, Susie is the most soothing instructor. She incorporates these sound bath sounds into her head-to-toe relaxation exercise. It's so easy to do. Obviously, there are also yoga classes and exercise classes and so many other things you can learn and check out on aloemoves.com, but I just had to share that one with you. Find yourself together when you join Aloe Moves. Join the community on aloemoves.com today and use code FATMASCARA20 for an exclusive 30-day free trial plus 20% off an annual membership. That's aloemoves.com, code MASCARA20 for a 30-day free trial plus 20% off an annual membership. Again, that's aloemoves.com and the code is MASCARA20. Talk to me about products. Before we get to products, like lifestyle leading up in this 3 months, is there anything you should be doing that you're like, if you do this, your skin's, I just guarantee it's going to look better in 3 months?
Other than the skincare products, I mean, using at-home devices like microcurrent vibration therapy, it's really great, brings down inflammation. Using a humidifier in your room.
Wait, what's vibration therapy? I know microcurrent devices.
Vibration therapy, I've been using it forever. I have a device it's my sculpting wand, and it's vibration therapy, and it penetrates really deep into the skin, and it just can help to lift, contour. It can lift like your eyelids. You can use it under your eyes if you have bags. Great for inflammation. Like when you wake up in the morning and you're feeling puffy, it brings all of that down.
Like a face roller on steroids.
Basically. Exactly.
Are these like the little vibrators that came out of Japan, like maybe a decade ago? People were all the makeup artists were like bringing them back in their kits.
Mine is mine I've been using in facials forever, and then it took me a while to make my own. It's not the same, but I know what you're talking about. This is definitely serious.
Did you call it vibration therapy or like?
It's a thing. Vibration therapy is an actual thing. I'm going to send it to you because you need to have one. It's so easy to use.
I'm like, Shani, did you invent this?
No. It's so easy to use. So easy to use. And it makes a difference, and you don't have to look in the mirror. A lot of makeup artists use mine to prep the skin before makeup application.
Okay, so it can work day of prepping beforehand, but we were talking about like a couple months ahead. If you're using it regularly, what's the benefit on that
Same thing, just keeping down the inflammation in your skin. And you can notice daily, it works out your muscles. It's basically like exercise for your muscles. So everything's getting tighter and more toned.
What if your muscles are frozen from Botox?
Well, that's a whole different thing.
I guess then between the 11s, you wouldn't need it. Because like normally before I'd Botox, I would like massage this 11s area to like, people like try and soften the.
Yeah. No, you could just use the sculpting one.
Okay. If you don't have the Botox. If you have Botox, probably that would be like pointless.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, microcurrent. I've had other facialists come on Fat Mascara and we've talked about microcurrent, so I know our listeners know what that is. But the question I always get from people is, do I have to keep doing it? Like they might get an at-home device, for example. Do you have an at-home microcurrent device?
I don't.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like a new
zip
or a new face. Yeah.
Or new face.
You need to keep using microcurrent. It definitely over time, like even starting it in your 20s is great because you've got to think of it as like exercise for your muscles. You're working them out. So you're not allowing them to sag. So using those vibration therapy, microcurrent, using it at least three times a week.
What do you do?
I do vibration therapy and I do it every day.
When? How do you make this a habit?
Walking around my house.
This is what you do. So it's like, you gotta walk the talk.
You gotta do it. You have to. And when I send you the wand, I bet you're going to do it too.
We'll see. I'll try. So 3 months ahead, you get your routine going, you fix your products, you start to do maybe some microcurrent and some vibrational therapy regularly. So you're basically like working out your face leading up to the big event. Getting closer to the event, is there anything you should stop doing or start doing beforehand?
Not necessarily. It depends what you're already using. Like if you're using a retinol, it depends on the strength of the retinol. You know what I mean? If you're using a prescription, you don't want to be flaking. So you would stop using it maybe a few days before. But no, you would continue to do your regular routine. It just depends. Like I do a lot of really light chemical peels in my facial. So like I would tell you to stop any actives before your last facial.
And actives are acids, retinoids, what else?
Glycolic, salicylic, all the acids, anything like that. You just wouldn't want to use anything active that would cause irritation before a facial.
Do you count an epidermal growth factor or a peptide as an active?
No, you can use those.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure. I'm like, what else do people use? Do you count a P50 as an active?
Yes. P50, yes.
That has acids, right? I don't know. You go to Sephora now and some of the ingredients, I'm like, I have never seen this.
I know. There's a lot. There's so many. You have to be careful.
But is a botanical extract ever going to be an active?
No. It's going to be more of like something that's like a salicylic, glycolic acid, retinol, lactic, benzoyl peroxide. You want to not use those the day before.
Right. I do want to ask you about acids, but since you brought up like that retinization thing that happens, I know people who have been on retinoids for years and they cycle, quote unquote. So that's like every third day they use it and they never get to the point where there's no flaking. Is that normal?
I just wouldn't use, if I was flaking, as much as it's great for your skin, I just wouldn't do it. I would find another retinol personally. It doesn't sound fun.
Well, that's me because it was like, everybody says you, and I was like, you know what? I've tried them all. No matter what it is, I'm getting flaking. I'm not a retinoid girly. I'm just not going to be.
Yeah, there's definitely a retinol for everyone, but 100%. Also, like if you're dry, you're not going to be able to use it as often as somebody else that's oilier. It just depends, but I definitely love all retinols. My first product was a retinol Reform. It's still my favorite.
I know people love that stuff.
Yeah, so, and that most people can use, and I'd still not have you use it the day before a facial, but
okay,
it's pretty.
Even if you can use it and you have that good rhino skin that can handle it, and it's not going to get patchy, flaky, red, any of that, right. You still just want to lay off it. Why? Because of other like makeup interacting with it? Or
no,
what?
Just if you were getting a facial.
Okay.
You could still use it the day before if your skin is used to it and you were getting makeup, sure. But if you're going to get a peel, definitely you don't want to be using it.
Anything else you would tell someone who has a high profile event coming up, like in the lead up, what to do?
No, I think it would be just as long as your routine's good, I wouldn't necessarily stop doing anything. Obviously, like don't drink the night before, stay away from salty foods, all of
Can
those
you
things.
tell if someone's had alcohol before the night before
If
they
they
see
drank
you?
a lot, for sure, you could
Well,
be
not if they reek of liquor.
right, but otherwise, no. I'm a glass, glass or two
What
of
about
wine.
salts? Can you see that in some of
Yeah, puffiness, a lot of puffiness. Especially, I always see it around the eyes.
Yeah. This is so silly, but I just watched the Jerry Seinfeld's new movie, Frosted or Unfrosted or whatever it is. Shani, his skin is freaking amazing. I literally thought they did CGI to him because I was like, he still looks like Seinfeld from the 90s.
Right?
And so my husband was like, oh, yeah, that's because of his diet. So I looked it up. The man's like vegan and like doesn't drink. Do you think that diet makes a difference in skin?
100%, yes.
See, I'm here asking. Why didn't you tell me? Will you talk to your clients about diet?
If you eat really clean, yes, I do if they're breaking out, for sure. If someone's breaking out, I take out dairy.
Dairy's the first.
Yeah, really clean diet definitely makes a difference, for sure.
I have this theory. I don't know if it's true, like sugar too. I just think if someone's vegan and doesn't have a lot of sugar, they just look younger when they're older.
I have to look now. I've got to check this out.
I know. I've just like talked up Jerry Seinfeld.
No, I have to look. I didn't know this.
Well, I just was surprised. I expected him to be, I don't know, older looking. And so maybe he's like a walking, talking advertisement for eating healthy for good skin.
Sounds that way.
I'm not sure. Okay, so you're leading up to your event. You have your big event. If someone wants to get a facial, they've already been seeing their facialist. What's the like closest to the event that is safe to get a facial? Can you get it the morning of?
It depends again on if you've already been getting facials. So if you have been, then you could definitely do the day of, for sure.
Okay.
If you haven't, and this is your first facial, I wouldn't do it the day before or the day of. I wouldn't.
So 2 days before at the very latest.
If it's your first facial and it's for an event, I mean, probably 2 weeks, probably.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you just never know. You would never know.
Yeah, because say someone wants like, you know what, I'm going to get just like, I'm going to get good extractions done. I don't need to have a ritual. I just want to get a nice clean slate. You want them to have 2 weeks to make sure things are okay before.
In case they have a reaction, for sure.
Okay, what if they're getting the kind of facial that you give, which has microcurrent and has some of these other things that have a temporary sort of lifting effect? What's the longest that lasts? Like if I saw you 4 days before the Met Gala, is it like, whoops, I lost the window of looking great?
No, I could see someone the day before, a couple days before. I would just be really careful with, again, the actives that I use. I wouldn't do a peel. If it was my first time seeing them, I would be really careful. I do more of like a good cleanse and great mask, a nourishing mask, and oxygen therapy and microcurrent vibration therapy.
Talk to me about oxygen therapy. What is the result from doing that and how long does that result last?
Same thing. It helps to regenerate your cells. It can help with product penetration. I use it along with hydrating mist. So it really hydrates the skin. You get a really nice glow. So it's just really great and nourishing for your skin. It's just one of the things that I like to add in
the Shani special.
Yes.
I know that glow you're talking about. I've seen it on your clients, but like how long does that last? Will it last like 48 hours?
Oh, yeah. A week, 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like you need to go the night before or 2 nights before. Like in the week leading up, you would still see an effect.
You're going to be very happy.
Okay. I've been like dancing around this, but I need to talk to you about acids.
Okay.
Because I know people are obsessed with your triple acid peel. And I will be perfectly honest with you. When I saw your triple acid peel, when it came out, I was like, my face just turned red and automatically I didn't even try it because I'm just so sensitive. What are the, like, if you have sensitive skin, what are the acids that you can and should be using? Like, I don't exfoliate at all for that reason. And I bet if you looked at my skin, you'd be like, you need to exfoliate.
Mandelic and lactic acid are really, really safe to use. And that's lactic for sure is like my starter peel that I use on anyone.
Just straight lactic, not your triple with the other stuff.
I mean, it's an at-home peel, so it's really safe. And mandelic and lactic both have larger molecules, so it's resurfacing the top layer of your skin to give you that glow. So it's just removing all of that dead skin on the surface. If you don't remove that, your skin is going to look dull. your moisturizer isn't going to work as well because it can't penetrate into your skin because there's a layer of dead skin cells just sitting there. So it's important to exfoliate. The peel that I made is very similar to the one that I use in my facials, but this is an at-home version, so you can't hurt yourself, but definitely something for someone first starting. Leave it on for 30 seconds. And then you can gauge, but it's more to exfoliate the top layer of your skin, just to give you that amazing glow. Definitely something, if you've used it before, something you could definitely use the day of. Not scary.
Even though it has all three, mandelic, lactic, and glycolic as the other one, right?
Yeah, but they're not, this is a lower level peel, so it's not, this is safe for you to use at home, and you're going to get that amazing glow.
So it's not just which acid you're choosing, it's the intensity of the percentage of the acid is what I kind of hear you saying?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so if someone is just starting to dabble in the acids, they start mandelic lactic at a lower...
Yeah, lactic is just always my first peel that I do on anyone. Unless somebody comes in and they're just really struggling with acne, then I go to a salicylic peel. But it's always my go-to. Lactic acid is also slightly hydrating, so really easy to use, but definitely don't be afraid of it.
Okay. When you're doing a facial, is there a product that, like, no matter what, everybody is going to get this product on their face at some point?
I mean, sunscreen?
It's that personalized that, like, you might even cleanse differently.
No, I always use my cleansing serum. It's really gentle, but I mean, everyone's always gonna, I'm always gonna cleanse with that. The moisturizer depends on their skin type. Always gonna use sunscreen, always. So everyone is gonna get sunscreen.
And is that after they leave, like right when their
Yes.
skin is still, okay.
And I typically always use, I love Supergoop. I usually always use Supergoop Play Everyday Sunscreen, but I have other sunscreens if someone's like really oily or acne prone.
When you put your sunscreen on, do you put it on before or after makeup?
So it depends. I don't really wear makeup, but if I do, I'm usually using a tinted SPF.
Those are your brows and what your brows look like au naturel.
These are today. I didn't really do anything. I have a little melasma on my upper lip from being out on the streets, but I put a little tinted there and that's it.
Oh, you're melasma prone?
Yeah.
It's the hardest.
So fun.
So that's why you're obviously vigilant about sunscreen.
Oh, yeah. I'm crazy with it.
What's worked for you with it? Like, what do you find does work?
For the melasma?
Yeah.
Love microneedling.
Really?
Love it. Love it. I like to microneedle and then I'll use topicals over it, an azelaic acid serum. I have many different things.
Do you think it's the microneedling itself that's helping or that it's getting the azelaic deeper?
Yes. Getting the azelaic.
Yes to be.
Yes. Azelaic deeper. It's not the microneedling alone.
Right. Because like in my head, I'm like, it breaks up the pigmentation, but I know melanocytes don't work that way.
No. You need the other. So I have that. And then there's another peel pad that's kojic acid and vitamin C by Raquel Aesthetics. I love also for melasma. And then there's also, I don't know if you've heard of muesli. It's a prescription that you can get online, Musley.
I say it different in my head. I thought it was muesli.
It could be.
Muesli sounds like a cereal to me. But anyway, yes, because you can get it compounded with like...
Yes. Love that. That works really well. And I see so many clients that will go away. They go to Hawaii. They come back and their whole upper lip is so dark. And within a week of using that, it lightens.
It's the prescription muesli skin lightening. I think that you have to talk to a doctor when you get that, right?
Yeah, I think you don't talk to the doctor, but you have to fill out a whole thing.
Yeah. Do you work in tandem with dermatologists a lot?
I don't. That's how I started. I used to work for a dermatologist for years and years and years. Yeah.
So you still know what's what.
It's very helpful to work for a dermatologist.
No, that's so helpful for melasma because I feel like it's one of those things when people ask me about, I'm like, oh, it's a rough one. And I send them to see a derm for a laser, but then some lasers make it worse. But the muesli is a really good tip.
Yeah, and tranexamic acid orally is amazing. So that's another.
Oh, do you?
I haven't done it in a while, but you can get that. And you can get it from any place now. Derm, doctor will give it to you. But you usually take, I think it's about 1 pill a day, and it's like 650 milligrams. And within like 2 months, it's usually almost gone.
Yeah. We're not giving medical advice, guys.
No.
Talk
We're
to your
not
doctor.
we're not saying go rush out and get the pills, but they
No,
work.
we got a bunch of people Googling on like third-party Amazon. Because I know actually a derm I talked to, you have to be monitored when you take that medicine because you don't want to be on it like long-term.
Yeah, you take it for a certain amount of time and then you stop. The problem is it always comes back, but it really does work.
But it'll, again, we were talking about like big events. Like if you are leading up to a big event and you have melasma, like at least 3 months before you could start the stuff. Okay, before I let you go to sleep because you're so tired, what did you pack for New York, beauty-wise?
Oh my God, everything.
Be honest with me, Shani.
Like for me or like all the things,
No, for you personally. Like what was in your little personal makeup bag or skincare bag? You travel a lot. You must know.
All of my products. I take
the whole line.
Yeah, I take it all. I take everything. I take all of my products. I have other products that I use other than mine. I always have a vitamin C serum.
Which vitamin C serum? I want details, please.
I use Is Clinical Pro Heal. And then depending on where I go, like when going there, it's not hot. It wasn't hot. So I took my products for my melasma. I took Azelaic. I took the peel pads, the Kojic vitamin C peel pads, all my makeup.
Yeah, what's your makeup? You said you don't love makeup.
My tinted SPF, I'm really into. It's usually NARS or Kosas. Really into Kosas right now.
So NARS, like the radiant one with the SPF in it?
Yes,
kind of?
Love that tinted one. That's good for coverage. And then my mascara, Honest Company, it's my favorite mascara in the whole, it's the best. And then sometimes a blush and a lot of lip glosses. So many lip glosses.
Okay, this is since I have you before I do Fat Mascara 5. This winter was like the winter of chapped lips. And I finally think, and you're the skin person, you tell me, all those plumpers that
dry your lips out.
Crazily so. More than menthol. Am I right?
Yeah, all of them.
It feels counterintuitive because it's making them look plump and juicy. And then there's this nice occlusive silicone-y gloss on top. So you're like, what could go wrong? And like, they were splitting.
I know. I have the same problem. So I have a lot of different lip glosses. My OG is Chanel. It's my favorite lip gloss.
A Glossomer. Who doesn't love it?
It's my favorite, but I have a lot of them that I use. But I end with Aquaphor at night. It's the only thing that works for me because I have really sensitive lips. And a lot of times they'll almost get a rash on them from certain lip products. So I'm always Aquaphor at night.
Like as like a lip mask almost before you go to bed.
Yeah, Aquaphor.
Okay, Chanel lip glosses. What other lip glosses are in the rotation right now?
I have so many. Tower 28. Is it Tower 28? Yep.
In a squeezy tube or the one with the wand?
No, I like a wand.
Okay.
I like a wand. I like You Beauty, but that's not a wand, but I love You Beauty. I only like clear. I don't like a color. No colors. Just a clear gloss. You know what I tried though? I tried and I got really into it. Charlotte Tilbury. It was really, I really had fun with it in New York. It's Lipgasm. I went crazy with that.
The new ones.
Yeah, and I've never used Charlotte Tilbury other than her brown mascara. And somebody gave it to me and I was like, this is really fun. So I got into that.
Why brown mascara? Why not black?
So I like a brown mascara sometimes for fun. And Charlotte Tilbury has a really good brown one.
Can you see the brown?
Not really, but I don't like to wear makeup. And I just was into it for a little bit. I'm back on black, but I'm just saying I was into that.
Okay. And then Lipgasm, the new, they're like pinky beige.
Yeah. And I don't like pink at all, but I had a moment in New York where it was all about it.
You feel very taupe. Like you have that LA lifestyle where I'm like, I bet it all looks like Beyonce's hairline inside her house, like cream and beige and
yes,
textured
you're right.
pebbles.
You're right. That's me.
No, it's good. I mean, you've got it's a look and a brand and it like looks very relaxing.
I was really,
too.
I don't know what got me into it, but there's a makeup artist in New York, Romy. Do you know who she is?
Soleimani or just Romy?
Romy? I don't know about the last name, but she's the greatest. I had met her in LA and when I was going on the show, I was like, I have to, I wanted to make sure my makeup was going to be good. And she did something with my lips where she slapped them around and then overlined them. And it was with a little bit of a pink. And I was obsessed with myself. If you look on my Instagram, there's a picture of me looking in a mirror in a white outfit. And I look like I edited my lips to make them bigger. I was obsessed with myself and I was wearing pink. And I think that's what then led me to
this new tinted lip gloss life.
I texted her the next day and I said, I don't know what happened. I need this. And she said, we can do a FaceTime together. Because normally if you overline your lips, you look stupid to yourself, right?
100%.
I didn't look stupid. And I don't know if she did some sort of
the slapping thing is new to me. I guess like if you pinch your cheeks,
right,
they like plump up and
I'm going to do that all the time.
Maybe we can use your deep vibrational tool on your lips.
I don't know, but it's who I want to be.
All right, you're going to have to
It's who I want to be.
Text me once we find out what.
I will.
Is she at Romy Glow on Instagram? Is that who the makeup artist is?
Yes.
Okay, Solomon used her last name. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to find out what this story is with this pink lip liner and whatnot. It sounds delicious.
It was unbelievable, and she's so good. Because I just don't like wearing makeup. I'm almost 50. It makes me just look old all the time. So it's very rare that I get excited by someone doing my makeup.
I hear you. I have features. I have a strong brow. And like whenever anybody like wants to put liner or like fake lashes, it just looks, I love a drag queen, but it's not my vibe.
Right.
And it gets a little
I'm with you.
Extra.
Yeah, always. And I just want to take it off. And especially around your eyes, makeup around your eyes. It's just like, no.
Plus, you often are in glasses, so I feel like that is like your makeup.
Yeah.
Like you have a great pair of frames on.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, let's do the Fat Mascara 5 so you can go sleep. This is our fun speed round, but I did it Met themed. We'll see how this goes. This is a new one for both of us. Okay, first up, what's your favorite museum?
I haven't been to a museum and I can't even tell you. So I'm going to go with like the Museum of Ice Cream is the last one I went to with my kids.
I love it. I was like, even if it's like what your kids want to go to, it sounds fun. Okay. The theme of the Met Gala was like reawakening the past. So what time periods, fashions would you love to reawaken and experience personally?
I feel like it would be 60s and 70s bell bottoms and like messy hair and just like a flower and like just a hippie.
Okay. Late 60s to we're not yet in disco. So we're not going disco bell bottoms.
No, I just want to be like in a tank top with no bra. Is that weird?
Okay. At Woodstock? No.
Yeah, that's my vibe, I think.
Okay. What fashion item have you worn in the past that you would never want to reawaken?
So many, but the jeans where your ass crack showed, the low ride. I looked like such a...
Remember the zippers were like...
It was this big?
An inch. Yeah, like 2 inches.
It was just like a hot mess, right?
You knew it was going to be bad when you zipped it up and like you were done zipping in like 30 seconds, like less, like a millisecond.
No, I don't want it.
It was a time. Okay, we'll leave that in the past.
For sure. Forever. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I've been seeing the midriffs like coming back.
But I feel like it then went away really fast. There was a moment where we were wearing the low. I saw it for a second. It went bye-bye. It's not here anymore.
I think we all collectively as a society decided no.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that again.
Do you think skinny jeans are ever going to come back?
I was thinking about this because I feel funny wearing skinny jeans now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be cool. And I thought maybe they were again. And then I asked the stylist and they were like, no, it's not coming back.
I think they're the new mom jeans in a way. So it's going to be another 20 years. Because remember when like we were we're about the same age and it was like SNL did the mom jeans and it was like a high-waisted straight leg jean and that's what your quote unquote mom wore. But now that's what we wear.
Right.
And I remember when skinny jeans came in, my friend who's like a suburban mom in Jersey, she was like, I can't wear skinny jeans. They look so silly. And now she can't give them up. I was like, you have mom jeans? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, 2 more questions. Going back in the past a little bit, what was the first skincare product you ever used?
I don't know the answer. Cleanser, I was thinking. I don't really know. I was obsessed with skincare when I was younger. The Mary Kay lady was always at my house. Yeah. So like I had a routine for, it was
Who was the Mary Kay lady? Like one of your mom's friends?
I guess so. She was over a lot though. And I wanted to be her. I wanted to be her and hang out with her.
We had a Shackley lady, which was like the I don't know. And she came and did all our colors, like me, my mom, my grandma, my aunts.
I had that too. I had with the colors being.
It was so 80s.
Yes.
So 80s.
That's so funny. I forgot when I had my colors done.
And they gave me like a little like plastic thing with like little squares of like, these are your colors.
That's so funny.
Do you remember what your colors were?
No,
were you like
but I totally forgot about that.
It's kind of been making a comeback like on TikTok and stuff. People are getting their colors done, but yeah. Okay, we'll say it was probably a Mary Kay skincare product. All right, last question. If you were a co-chair of the Met Gala, who knows? Anna might call you next year. Which celebrities would you like to be your co-chairs? It could be people you've met or not met. Like who can you hang with or want to hang with at the Met Gala?
I mean, I want to hang out with Zendaya.
Okay.
I really do.
You and Zendaya.
I want to hang out with her.
All right. Let's put it out into the world. She's probably cool.
I think she'd be really cool.
I know. It's almost like we can't meet her.
Maybe I don't want to. I was just going to say that. Like, why? That's how I feel about Oprah at this point. It's all I've ever wanted, but now it's like... I feel like you would have met Oprah. No, I want to be her best friend. I want to drink tequila on Sunday at the house in Santa Barbara. I want to be her friend.
Okay.
But maybe it's best that I let it go.
And that's just your dream, like your happy place when things aren't going well. You can just picture yourself on her, like her little patio where she interviews people. And
with Stedman. It'd be so great. You know what I mean?
Stedman will bring you the drink.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
And Gail. We could all just hang.
Gail could come, sure.
Yeah. Dreams.
Okay, I'm going to envision that for you. That sounds
a lot
fun.
of people have been envisioning that for me for years, and it hasn't happened. It's one of those things, like even the vision board isn't working.
At a certain point, you're going to hit like critical mass. Maybe mine was the straw that broke the camel back. And now that I start thinking about it, I don't know. Maybe all the listeners listening will also picture this for you, and then we will get you there. I know mood boards work until they just like don't work.
Yeah.
Like you can only manifest so much,
Oprah.
right?
It's Oprah. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Shani, I'm so glad you made time for me the morning after the Met Gala. Go relax. Thank you again for coming on Fat Mascara.
Oh my God. Thank you for inviting me.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Razor One product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.
You'll know real when you get it. It'll say eBay Authenticity Guarantee, and you'll feel it. Maybe it's a head-turning handbag, a watch that says it all, jewelry that makes you look like the gems, sneakers and streetwear so fresh every step feels fly.
When it comes to style and luxury, eBay gets it. They're making sure the things that you love are checked by experts. Not just any experts, specialized experts. Real people who love this stuff. With real hands-on authentication experience.
So when you see that shiny blue checkmark that says Authenticity Guarantee, shop with confidence. Every inch, stitch, sole, and logo is verified authentic through a detailed inspection. That's how you know that eBay's got your back.
Because when you finally step into those sneakers, put on that watch, get your real gold glow up, swing that handbag over your shoulder, or step out in that streetwear, you'll realize that feeling is unlike any other.
With eBay Authenticity Guarantee, you can trust that feeling of real is always in reach. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal. Visit ebay.com for terms. Listen, there are so many skincare products on the market claiming to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and you know I will try most of them. But how do you know your products are actually working? Some research to back up the claims. That's why Jess and I are all about Ritual. They created a wrinkle support skin supplement and conducted a clinical study to take the guesswork out of skincare. Ritual's Hyacera is now a part of my skincare routine, and I got in the habit of taking it every day by putting the cute little purple jar right next to my sunscreen. It looks nice on my vanity, and let's be honest, I love that. But once I stuck with the habit, I really noticed a difference in my skin. I am not the only one. In a clinical study, taking Hyacera for 90 days led to a 3.6 time reduction in crow's feet wrinkles as compared to placebo. and it led to a 2.9 increase in skin smoothness. I also like that they're easy to swallow. The capsules sort of taste like vanilla. They're not all weird and fishy like some other supplements. Plus, Ritual is a certified B Corp, something we learned about on a recent episode. And all their supplements, including the daily protein and their Sleep Bio Series melatonin supplement, are vegan, gluten-free, and made traceable. Do what Jess and I did. Start Hyacera to help minimize wrinkles without compromising on science. Hyacera from Ritual is a clinically proven skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/mascara. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/mascara for 25% off.
Hey y'all, Darius Rucker here. A lot of people ask me, what inspires your music? And one of the big things is a strong sense of place. That's why I love my home state of South Carolina and want to share the awesome things it has to offer. From the beautiful mountains down to the sunny coast, it's got it all. Not to mention two of my personal favorites, great golf and amazing food. Come see why I love this place. Visit discoversouthcarolina.com.